On Thanksgiving in 1991, one of the most heinous killings happened, shocking the town. The Thanksgiving butcher was compared to Hannibal Lecter. Before going into the facts, Wicked Clothes, a clothing store specializing in eerie and hilarious clothes, is briefly mentioned. On November 28, 1991, the case took place in Costa Mesa, California. Omaima, who is Egyptian, had a horrific upbringing that included violence from her father and the harrowing experience of female genital mutilation. She escaped to the city of the dead, a slum, with her mother in search of safety. Omaima's life took a change when she met an American guy in Egypt while yearning to escape poverty. Their marriage brought her to the United States in 1986, but it was short-lived, resulting in financial difficulties. Omaima worked a variety of vocations, including modeling and occasional forays into criminal activity. However, her path crossed with Bill Nelson, an eccentric ex-pilot involved in drug trafficking in California. Despite a significant age difference, they married quickly in 1991. On December 1, 1991, just 4 weeks after their marriage, a neighbor saw a distraught Omaima, reporting that Bill had abused her. She revealed a gory crime scene, admitting to murdering him in self-defense and exposing human parts in a bin liner in a bombshell disclosure. Omaima's life developed amid a backdrop of cultural differences, financial insecurity, and a turbulent romantic past. Her path from a poor upbringing in Egypt to a rocky marriage in the United States reflects the difficulties she endured. The encounter with Bill Nelson, an ex-pilot involved in illegal operations, fueled the dramatic tragedy even more. The turning point came when a concerned neighbor noticed Omaima's grief, revealing the horrific truth of Bill's death. The terrifying confession of self-defense coupled with the startling exhibition of human parts gave a gruesome image of what happened. Furthermore, this video delves into Omaima's earlier hardships, impermanent marriage, and fateful encounter with Bill Nelson, highlighting the various layers of her life. The terrible incident on that December day in 1991 adds a gruesome chapter to Omaima's already turbulent existence, leaving a lasting imprint of the intricacies that led to it. The police launched an investigation into Omaima and Bill's shared residence after receiving a disturbing report from a neighbor. What followed was a horrible criminal scene that defied description. Trash bags containing grisly human remains were discovered, as well as a damaged light and a blood-stained clothes iron. A peeled and gutted human torso dangling over the bathtub was revealed in the bedroom. The kitchen, on the other hand, had a deep fat fryer with human hands that had been fried, as well as Bill's skull, which was kept in the freezer. In a desperate bid to deflect suspicion, Omaima initially advanced the dubious claim that Bill had committed a murder during a fictitious business trip. Nevertheless, her concocted narrative swiftly crumbled in the face of compelling evidence unveiling the mutilated body of Bill Nelson. Confronted with this grim reality, Omaima dramatically reshaped her account, introducing a bizarre tale involving an ancient Egyptian monster that purportedly influenced her to perpetrate the heinous act. Her narrative journey traversed through varying accounts, alternating between allegations of abuse from Bill and self-defense assertions, resulting in a confounding tapestry of inconsistencies that left investigators utterly perplexed. The police's exploration of Omaima and Bill's apartment uncovered not only the aftermath of a gruesome crime, but also the intricate web of deceptive stories spun by Omaima in a desperate attempt to evade responsibility. The juxtaposition of the horrific crime scene and the evolving, ever-shifting narratives added layers of complexity to an already chilling investigation. Omaima's frantic efforts to manipulate the truth further deepened the enigma surrounding the motives behind this repugnant act. The investigation, marked by the stark contrast between the disturbing discoveries and the convoluted accounts, highlighted the intricate dance between truth and deception in unraveling the disturbing events that transpired within those walls. However, the police inquiry into Omaima and Bill's apartment uncovered not only the brutal aftermath of a heinous crime, but also the convoluted tales spun by Omaima in an attempt to escape culpability. The juxtaposition of the horrifying crime scene and the intricate, ever-changing narratives added layers of complexity to an already chilling investigation. Omaima's desperate attempts to manipulate the truth further deepened the mystery surrounding the motives behind such a grotesque act. Medical exams of Omaima's body revealed no indications of sexual assault or physical violence, calling her claims of victimization into question. Instead, she had cut herself with a knife and clawed at her own face and torso, revealing self-inflicted wounds. Investigators deduced from the dismal puzzle that Omaima Omaima first engaged in voluntary bondage with Bill. Her violent shift occurred when she realized the legal invalidity of their marriage, prompting her to disfigure him. Castration, skull-caving blows, stabbing, decapitation, and a careful dissection that implied a terrifying expertise were among the atrocities. Omaima's portrayal of herself as a victim of abuse and a conduit for an old demonic spirit alternated throughout the story surrounding this gruesome murder, providing a terrifying peek into the psyche of a criminal. The glaring difference between her assertions and the forensic findings highlighted the crime's complexity and misery. Omaima and Bill Nelson's story is a disturbing example of what may happen behind closed doors, demonstrating the chilling interplay of the human psyche and inconceivable cruelty. Approximately 1,000 pounds of Bill's remains remained unaccounted for, prompting investigators to suspect disposal through a garbage disposal system. In a startling disclosure to a psychologist, Omaima asserted that she had cooked and consumed some of Bill's ribs with barbecue sauce, contending that human flesh, especially Bill's, possessed an exceptionally sweet taste. However, she later retracted these statements, introducing an additional layer of bewilderment to an already intricate case. Throughout the trial, Omaima strategically presented a distressing history of abuse from her father and the trauma of female genital mutilation as the basis for her post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. She portrayed Bill as an abusive figure during their brief marriage, citing self-defense as the motive behind the gruesome act. Nevertheless, her narrative encountered credibility challenges when confronted with evidence, including marks on Bill's ankles suggesting that he was the one restrained. In January 1993, Omaima was convicted of second-degree murder and received a prison sentence of 28 years to life. Despite her incarceration, her life took an unexpected turn when she married a wealthy, disabled man in his 60s while serving her term. Omaima derived financial benefits from this marriage, inheriting a substantial amount of wealth after her elderly spouse passed away. This unanticipated twist added a unique dimension to Omaima's narrative, juxtaposing the severity of her crime with the unexpected financial gains she experienced during her time behind bars. Omaima became eligible for parole in 2006, but her release was denied due to concerns about her perceived unreliability. Subsequently, in 2011, parole was again refused because she adamantly refused to accept responsibility for the murder. The complexities of Omaima's life, characterized by troubling behaviors and unforeseen changes, raised doubts about her potential for rehabilitation and successful reintegration into society. The denial of parole underscored a seeming lack of accountability on her part. Scheduled for another parole hearing in 2026, Omaima's potential release remains shrouded in ambiguity and fear. Considering the gruesome nature of the murder, her fluctuating narratives, and persistent doubts regarding her capacity for remorse and responsibility, Omaima's story serves as a chilling reminder of the intricate facets of the human psyche and the challenges posed by acts that defy conventional understanding. The narrative evokes a disquieting vision and emphasizes the peculiar contrast between Omaima's external beauty and inner malevolence. It delves into the horrifying details of the crime, highlighting Omaima's unsettling and bizarre actions. The overall narrative leaves a lasting sense of discomfort and prompts reflection on the profound depths of human depravity. In essence, Omaima's parole journey encapsulates the unsettling realities of her past, the enigmatic nature of her character, and the ongoing struggle to comprehend the motivations behind such heinous acts. The narrative forces readers to confront the chilling implications of the case and grapple with the unsettling truth about the darker aspects of human behavior. Finally, Omaima Nelson's case is a disturbing conundrum, an investigation of violence and psychological depth. The refusal of her parole, spurred by her apparent lack of remorse and accountability, highlights the continuing doubts about her genuine character. The incident serves as a striking reminder of the delicate interaction between outward appearances and deep darkness as she awaits another parole hearing in 2026. The narrative's exploration of the depths of human depravity leaves an enduring impact, inviting reflection on the tremendous issues faced by acts that defy conventional interpretation. As Omaima Nelson's disturbing story comes to a close, one must wonder, what drives people to the depths of darkness, and can society fully comprehend the complexity of the human psyche? Well, that's it for today. Make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.